That demo is free, right? That demo is free. So so basically Tally exports the data, right? Using XML, ODBC. Okay. That's a standard this thing. So if I go down to Tally website here, and on the Tally website, ask me to find what are the XML or what are the ways by which it can integrate. Then it will give you the ways which are like XML, ODBC, and JSON. Right. That is the first thing. Right. That is the first thing. Now that this thing is this. If I say Tally XML integration or Tally API integration, XML integration, so then you will get this. This is how the Tally actually exports the data, and this is where it is. So that we can look at understanding. Now, in your particular case, what your manager wanted was, and there are some limitations with regards to Excel, XML export of Tally. So because of which she wanted the JSON import, right? So I will explain this XML and ODBC extract to you clearly. And then she said that, look, I want the JSON export. So the JSON export actually, like for example, if I was to have the Tally on the same machine as the client, so JSON export can be taken up across unlimited number of companies in a format like this. For example, here it is. So I can take this JSON import as a flat file, right? And then based on this particular JSON import, then what I can do is then I can actually, import the same into the SQL Server. Correct. So this is the SQL Server, and we use the OpenJSON function to import it. So I have the ready-made data warehouse. So she's saying that, look, she wants that data warehouse, right? By which. So this SQL script and the data warehouse on the cloud, I will give you. Okay, so this will run. Now the case is that whatever data is posted onto the server, then how will it be brought into SQL Server? Right, that is what she's, it has to come because yeah. So this server is not enough. You need a posting site. That means where people will be posting the data. So you're understanding. So there has to be a say posting site. So you'll have to put a shared folder or something like that where I can post that particular data. I don't need that IP address. Right. So I post that particular data. Now what I will do here is that how exactly does one import the data into SQL Server once the data has been posted, right? So suppose I put this here, just 1 second, column. Second. JSON to data extract. Right. So yours is completely different. So just give me a little bit of time. I go down to JSON extract. And this is the py. So what happens here is we will use Python script. So you will define a particular URL like this. We'll give you a URL like this. There's a token date, the start date and the end date. Okay. And then what happens is once the data has been posted, then we will get that data, which is the posted data using the OSINT. Then based on the connection correction, we'll pick up these values and thereafter then do an insert into the database. Are you getting it? So this is like a hosting site. So I will connect to this hosting site based on this particular token or start date or an end date. And then based on the hosted or the posted data, then I will put it directly into SQL Server. That is what I think she wants. No, Tally. Yeah, right. So I will post the data. Yeah. So for posting the data basically means is that, say, for example, I have it here. Right. Wait a minute, manager. Right. So I will give you how the posting. I need to post that particular data. So suppose I say, just 1 second, how this posting will work, right? That's what you're asking. Okay, so I come down here. So this posting basically works is that you will give me a particular site and I will post the data there. I'll just show you here. This is the one. So here on a certain scheduled time, I will post the data. Equivalent sample companies, equivalent number file, group, determines. It's not only activity element last week. This is the Jaipur party, right? Suppose this is the Jaipur party. Now this is my data source. So suppose I need to export all these things. So you will get this URL. I understanding this is an HTTP JSON. This is a data source, and then I will export this particular report onto your site. So this posting data you will need to give it to me. That's what. So this is HTTP JSON data source. So this is my HTTP JSON, and then I will send a remote request wherein the JSON data will be put into that particular server. Right? No, wait. So I need, yeah. So this I need it as a way to post the data. Right? Yeah. So do you have this posting location ready? This will be on your server, right? Once that is done, right. Okay, fine. You're getting it, right? So this posting is going to be there on this. So there'll be a username and a password, and then I will basically and then I'll post it there, right? Okay. Are you getting from where I'm coming? So this is it. This is the username and the password is this. So this is a single location. I'll just have to figure out how exactly is in your case it's going to happen. Right? So this thing is there. Right? Are you getting it? So I'm explaining to you the whole concept that how the data from JSON will be posted. And once it is posted, then we will bring it onto the SQL Server using this method. How does this work? So what does this mean? This insert into table. So I have to put in the table name and insert into, yeah. So so basically, okay, so you are saying that this I get. So basically, I've got, so suppose if I pick up this, just one second. This is the voucher type, right? So I give you the schema here of the staging table, correct? Instead of using the open row set, what you're saying is, so instead of using open row set or any of the Python scripts to get the data, you're saying is that you can directly post it. It's, what is the one object into each row means? So would this type of a JSON file be fine? Sample company. This format would be fine. Yeah. Outer layer of the envelope means no. If I remove this envelope layer, then no. So as far as that is concerned, this I can. So this I cannot remove. Okay. As far as the Tally JSON exporter goes, right? This I need to check. Wait a second. Wait a second. Hello. हाँ, नहीं नहीं, हाँ मेरी 6 बजे की थी। नहीं, 6 बजे मैं मीटिंग में। बाय। Okay, so basically this is the case because right now what I'm doing here is that this thing is there. Hello? Hello? So I'm picking it up from this open JSON and then picking it up here. And alternatively, if the client has got a posted data here, then I'm picking it up from here. This is the one here. Expense data. So this is coming in like this. Right. So this is notify this thing, this token is there, start date, and then the data is within this body. So in our case, it's going to be envelope backslash that tag. Okay, and then we will insert it here. That's one way. So because yours is completely different, it's one of the first times we are doing it, right? So that's how I actually see it happening. Clear? Okay, so basically SQL script, you can load it right now. But as far as loading it into the SQL script is there, I would need the HTTP JSON site and where I can post the data. Correct. Don't give me the remote server username and password. Then don't give me that. That is not, don't do that because that is your IP. Right. And then based on that, then I will insert it into this thing. So we will use Python script on the server. Right. So that Python script we will do it. This is all ready made. Yeah, post and data. Right. So we will use a Python script. Yeah, we'll use Python because this is ready and tested. So what we would do is we will go to this particular URL, any parameter tokens, just specify it. Right. Then we'll get the responses, import these tables, get it in JSON format. Then SQL Server script I will be giving you to be on your server based on your server details and database and trusted connection. Then make this as a cursor. So this output is going to be as a cursor. And for each value, then we will get this value here and then insert it into the target. Right. So this sample script I'll give to you. Okay, so we'll be developing. Yeah, we can make that because this is all ready-made and tested. So don't take a risk with the new script, and I can give you the SQL script also. Now the case is that before we go on to this, then I need the the this static URL, this one. Yeah, because that I'll have to because that's where I'll be posting the data. Okay, is that right? Right. So that's where I'm coming down to the more technical aspect here. So basically what happens is that Tally actually exports the data in three different formats, which is XML, ODB synthesis. So if you have time, then I'll explain to you right now because that will make it. So you can also ask any of the questions using this bot because we have put all our source code into this bot. Okay, so this is the bot which is there. So this bot is going to be actually uh, you can ask it any question. Like for example, if I go here and say how do I extract bills receivable data from Tally using XML, right? So if you go that, then it will give you the machine will automatically because all the source code has been fed. Okay, so this will also give you the required Python script also. Okay, so that AI is now doing it, right? So you can ask it any question. So now the thing is that as far as extraction of data from Tally is concerned, right? If I take the data of extraction from Tally is concerned here. So this I'm giving it to you quickly because I think as a manager was not very clear on what is the difference. She's actually a chartered accountant, right? So she's fine. Okay, you're also a chartered accountant. Okay. So so basically, so as a CA, then I'll explain, then it might explain how Tally works exactly in terms of data export. Right. So basically, there are three standard ways by which Tally exports the data, two standard ways which Tally says, and one is a trigger key code. So one is that you export XML ready reports. One is through ODBC and schema and some calculations. Right. So with any of your Tally, you also get a Tally Prime developer. Right. Okay. And as far as the ODBC tables are concerned, then you can simply say here, select dollar name from ODBC tables. Suppose I do this here. So Tally has got 164 deductions here, standard ODBC tables. This is 260, but 164. So basically the bottleneck with this is that these actually will give you a snapshot between this date and this date. So if I need to know the sales on each of the dates, then I cannot. So Alt F2 automation is not possible with that. Okay, and gives you a complete snapshot. The second issue with the ODBC is, and I'll go through it, is that within the schema, ODBC extract does not go beyond the second level. So you might go up to all ledger entries, but if I need bill allocations, ODBC schema extraction does not work there, or batch. Okay, that is the second problem. The third in the ODBC standard is that you get only one company. Now, in order to remove all that, then you have got these XML ready reports. So we can also use the XML method to export the data. Okay, from standard time. So for extraction of the data to your server, we can use either the TCP method or the Python method also. Okay. Now in right. So just let me go very, very slowly on this, that within the XML, what happens is that you can extract only a single company. So there are only three basic parameters, SV from date, SV current company, and SV to date. So based on these, actually, the complete XML extract takes place. You have to say these are the Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Okay, right. So this actually, you can actually use the bot to give it because we have fed in all the code here. So the way to get the XML ID, I suppose I want to get the report of XML from here. All right. So what I do is that I go down here and I say tools and I say here and then I say pasting. Are you getting from where I'm coming? So this is an XML request going to Tally. A Tally request is of three forms. One is an export, one is an import, one is a sync. So we can do export and import both. And sync is two servers. Type can be four things, which is one is a function, Tally built-in function. One is a data, which is a report. So I'm going to export a report. The third one is a collection and the fourth one is an object. So here I'm exporting a balance sheet report. Okay. So this is giving me the complete balance sheet report. Are you getting it? Now the thing here is when we try and replicate it within the Tally, then if I say B, yeah. So when I say Alt F1, this is what is the XML export. But now you have to see that, look, what are the other things which are pending? One is the Alt F2. That means if I need a dynamic balance sheet, it's not coming over periods and time. Then it comes for only one company. Suppose I've got 10 different companies, then this XML report will not. In fact, it will not even mention the SV current company name. Is that clear? That is the second problem. Right? That is this thing is there. Remaining things you can suggest, you can go to the site here and simply, download all these are there on the site itself. So I go here, site, pick it up. And once you go on to the site, here, API, everything is here. Okay, all the details are here. So you can download these presentations and actually, understand it using the Tally Prime developer. But this is most important. That's what I told Rajni also, that this is the most important to know. Is that clear? So this XML export is not giving you the company name. So how you get the company name is that for getting the company name, you will have to use a separate collection. Okay. And export it separately. Is that clear? Yeah. So for example, if I need to build a separate company here. Yeah. Say if I get this license and for extraction, this is type company here, right? So I'll get this here. And if I need the license and for XML, right? This is license info. Sorry. Yeah, this collection is there, right? Suppose I put this here as a collection. So you'll have to use a custom collection and bring it across. Okay, so I'll just put it simple that way. Okay, it will not go below the second layer, right? But I need more details. So I need Alt F1, Alt F2, Alt F3, everything I need, right? This is not there. But the most important thing is the F12 configuration is not there, which is percentages, format of the report, all that is not there, right? And then if I come here, balance sheet here. So you could say D plus T, and then within D plus T, if I go down to the capital accounts, then I go down to the F12 configuration, then these details are not coming. Are you getting it? Net transactions, net totals, closing balance, and so forth. Okay, that they are not coming. Right. Then what happens is, so the second way is so that is not coming within the XML and the single system. The second problem is, which is there is that once you have got, so you've got within Tally, you have got this option called auto columns. If I go here and I say Alt N, Alt N means I can use an auto column, 4-week, monthly, daily, weekly, fortnightly, and all. Right. So before we actually design the solution, you have to understand how does Tally export, right? So for that, actually, there's something called a repeat variable, right? So you go here and you put it up here, and you go on here, profit and loss, this thing, and you've got something called a repeat variable. So we can use a repeat variable and an XML export to get the output. So I can extract the data for you any way you want. Are you getting it? So I go here and then I go here and I say go. So this is the company name is different. So that's why it's not coming, but it will come only for one company, right? So this is sample one. So if I need to see profit and loss over periods and time, then it comes in here, right? So alt in that, this is how Tally does. Now the third important point is what we call the parameterized reports, ledger vouchers and the stock item voucher reports. So if you're a chartered accountant, then how do you find out what is the sale of a particular company? Right. So what you're saying here is you will go down to T, A, right? Is that what it is? Sales register? Okay. So that is what you're saying. So you'll go down to the voucher register. Right? Okay. Now, if you need to find out the profit of this thing, then how would you go about it? No. Profit means gross profit. Yeah. So this is F8, right? You go down to F8 here. You go down here, here, right? And registration number, quantity details. Yes. Normally yes. Yes, right? And then I accept it. Am I correct? Okay. And then I go down to F7, which is my gross profit. Fine. So now the thing here is, now tell me one thing, that this gross profit, the rate is on which date? No, this is the closing rate on 30th April. So if I have got a data for one full year, it will pick up the weighted average rate from the last date. Right. So if I have to do it, say actually for the entire year and the rate is at the end of each different fiscal month, then how many times will I have to export this report? So gross profit does not come actually as an export. And as an XML export, so you have to do it only through Excel. So suppose I've got it for entire year and it's a monthly periodicity, the rate. Then how many times will I have to export this report? 12, you know? And if it is every day, then right. That's what it is. And if there are measures which are based in this year to date, month to date, then you imagine the complexity involved. All right, that is the complexity. Now, to answer your first question, this is not the right report to look at sales because sales also has credit notes and debit notes. So they have been excluded. So how to exactly look at the sales? So voucher register, we can extract it straight away for you. Again, it's on the site. Hello. So voucher register. Here voucher register here. And then I say Control A, Control C. Right? And then just pick. A, delete, Control A. Okay, you get this. This is your voucher register. Similarly, if you take it to sales, then it will come here, right? So this is my complete voucher. But with this XML, you've rightly pointed out that this is giving you the complete voucher. Right? Okay. Similarly, sales, purchase, debit, note, and credit. Right? This will give you the complete voucher number. So this is already ready. But what actually happens is if I need to find out what is my total purchase, right? What is my total purchase? Then what is my total sales? Sorry. Then I have to do it differently. I will go down to the profit and loss account. You're absolutely correct. Go down to the sales account. Right? Enter. And within the sales account, then I'll go down to that particular month and I will hit another report for ledger vouchers. And this is my sales accounts. This will incorporate everything. This will incorporate everything. But you'll have to hit the report as many number of times as the sales accounts is there. So that also actually we have handled it here. Let's say if I take ledger vouchers and if I pick this entire thing, right? And then I can go down to tools, I can go down to connector, I can go down to XML, and then I pick up the ledger vouchers. This is my DRDM control line. Control line. Control line. So this is my ledger vouchers export. So here you see that this is the parameter. So as many number of sales accounts that are there for a particular company, you have to hit this report to get the complete sales number. You remember that in your ODBC export, you never got civil interior work. Sorry. My second layer, but you also didn't get the date wise. Okay. So this is where it gets resolved. Civil interior work. You see this? This is how. So this date is coming. And this is the complete and comprehensive sales model. Are you getting it? This is the voucher ledger report, but this is a parameterized report. So the parameterized report is that you will have to hit this report as many number of times as the sales account system. Okay. So I'm just telling you here. So basically the limitations to XMLs are that it's single company. In parameterized reports, you have to have multiple hits. Top-down approach, you're limited. Voucher register is a very slow speed of extraction. So you have to extract it day by day. Heavy load on the tally system, you're absolutely correct. Trial balance does not get extracted below the second level of hierarchy. There's a top-down approach. Okay. So in order to do that, actually, we had made the JSON extract. Unlimited number of companies, which is Alt F3 automation. Very fast extract, right? You should have complete extract based on Alt F2 and after Alt F12. Group ledger stock group extract is there. So actually this group ledger stock group extract comes from a collection in Tally called all collections, all ledgers. So I'll just show you how it works as. Wait a second. We're going on the balance sheet here and go down here. This all ledgers. So this all ledgers, if I see, will extract the complete the group and the ledger level details. So now if I export this collection, extracting all the ledgers, right? So here you'll get a field called the full parent list. That full parent list is going to give you all the attributes, all the groups, which are the parents of that particular ledger. Right, so which let this thing run. Please wait for some other number. Okay, so basically in order to remove these limitations, we have developed the JSON API. Unlimited number of companies. Then I have got unlimited number of companies, complete group and ledger hierarchy, JSON API extraction, Tally customizations you should be able to add. And it should be a single hit on Tally, not repeated. Okay, so then that is why we are actually putting this JSON. Correct. That is the entire story. We can also put in, so within the XML export, we can put in our custom collections also. We can put in the standard Tally collections, the standard Tally ODBC, standard Tally reports, and the standard Tally functions. Anything is possible. Okay, suppose. Yeah, right. So, yeah, the JSON actually is able to handle. The volume is huge. So she has some declines with the volume is huge. Now this push, yeah, right. Now see, I'm just coming out of this ledger. See, this is sundry creditors, parent, current liabilities. But if you see from this output, you will see this parent. Now go down here. You should get the full ledger list out. Full ledger list. Let me just check where it is. Is now live. This is here. Current liabilities, sundry creditors, parent type, the full ledger list is not coming. But you should get the full ledger list also. Yeah, this is the one. Parent full list. You see this? Current liabilities, sundry creditors. This is level 1, level 2, level 3. That's the complete group hierarchy. Okay, so this is what you will get it in a very clean format here in the SQL Server database. This is critical. So for example, if I say select star for ledger flattening. Okay. So this full parent list, you will get it here. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. All of them together. That is what you get in the database. Is it clear? So this is not my creation. This is all Tally creation. We are just, putting it here. Full ledger list is going to come. Segregated and cleaned. Okay, so this is how it is. Right. For the poster data, I will put the JSON. And what I told Rajni is whether you want to do XML, ODBC, or JSON. But I think she chose JSON because she wanted to get unlimited number of companies. So logic is very clear. She wants unlimited number of companies from any client. She does not want to depend on Alt F2, which is the date. She wants the complete F12 details. Then she wants a complete group ledger in the stock hierarchy clean, which is the full parent, right? So that she wants it in the database. She needs a JSON friendly API, then Tally customization, she should be able to add a single hit on time. That is what she wanted, and that is why she went for the JSON. Is that clear? That is the entire logic of this JSON, and I've given you the approach also. Okay. Did the meeting meet your expectations? Are your technical doubts clear? Yeah. Right. And you can. Right. So this is now because since your team is now getting heavily into it, and which is a very good thing. So start using this bot because this bot will help you answer a lot of questions. This AI is very strong. It will give you all the answers. Right. You can actually run this. No, nothing. Nothing. Everything. I'll give you the script based on the SQL Server. We'll make the database loaded. And then we just need the posting data and hosting site. And then we'll start posting it from various customers there. Yeah, that Rajni has been there. So actually, what you need to inform Rajni is the code has changed slightly. The rates have increased. Right. So this is how it is that the rates are actually increased here. Um, but she can also take a call. But she has asked me for some rate. Let me see. So what I will do is I'll put in a time. Okay, fine. That this rate is valid for certain time, and after that, this rate will go up. Right, 3 to 6 months, something like that. I don't have that problem. So the rate currently says. So the pro SQL is 2,499 monthly, or 24,999 a year. So you can take this link also. And the premium AMC support is 5,000 a month. So I think she was 2,500 is there. We'd recommend that you take the 5,000. Right, right. Suppose he need backups and everything. Mm. Yeah, so Pro is actually, yes, basically it's this rate because what happens is many a times we used to deploy and then the client would ask us to maintain the SQL Server instance. And we would say, okay, fine, no, we have already done this. The SQL Server instance, you have to get a DBA to do it. But what we are doing now is, okay, fine, we'll charge 2,000 rupees a month extra and help you maintain this thing also. Is it clear? So I'm just saying that you can, that's your call. And so there's a, yeah, and the set SQL setup time is 10K, right? That's where it is, right? So I had, I think, presented it to Rajni and this should be, clear on that. So I will just, right, so that, yeah, so that is it. So this I will actually just auto sync and then do it. Yes, yes, you can. You can. So actually, it's not 100% Tally because Tally is a vast ocean, right? But now it's like it's quite right. So what Rajni wanted was that she wanted everything into a single table. So she wanted that, okay, fine, that this is the single table like this, on which all our customers or data is going to be there. This is the one that she wanted. So she said, voucher date, voucher tax name, voucher number, ledger name, master ID. This is my debit and credit. Then comes the item movement with the sales accounts for all of them. You see this, right? So this is sales account. And then the item rate, the item amount. Then she said she wants the batch movement, order number, and then the bill movement also she wanted. And then she wanted the complete full parent list cleanly segregated out for both stock item as well as for the ledger. So basically she was saying, no, this, so what she said was that this one, you see, when I'm saying this one, yeah. So this one is a tricky thing. This is very important actually, because people's, a lot of their business logic is in this, right? What is the parent? What is, you'll find 8 to 10 levels of hierarchy. So we have not made it upfront, like, it's not our creation. We've copied everything from here. How Tally thought. So initially you used to have a lot of problem actually extracting each one of them and then doing it, which is actually what is there in the full parent full list. Right. But now it has been made clean. This will come out clean like this by group hierarchy across party ledger name, and then everything. So she wanted everything in a single table. And once the single table is there, then she said, okay, fine, my team can take it. Okay. So I will tell you, so just tell me, no, what I told Rajni was that I first need to know whether I can post the data because I should be able to post because after that it's really fast. This Python script is ready. So we will install Python, then your machine and quickly do it. And then the second thing, which is that, do you want to extract things like license info and all also? And other thing I think was whether it's JSON or XML, but I think she chose JSON because she wanted unlimited companies from her customer. So just confirm with her once. Right. Yeah. So right. Perfect. So you don't want to be limited based on yeah. So basically for getting the XML is that you need to have this thing ODBC working this way. So she wanted to make it independent and you want it as a TCP. So TCP she was agree. And then based on that, she wanted to extract the data. Right. So that's fine with us. So I need that posting site. So without it, then, uh, you know, these things. I need the, you know, right. So I'll do one, and then after that, then we will have finalization of the commercials. Then I'll give you the script. We'll install the class, and then I would need the RDP. You have an RDP access also, right? So on the RDP, we'll install Python and then start putting the data there onto the SQL server. Is that fine? Okay. And it'll handle initial and incremental load, all of that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, time for your time, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.